think I'm better than you. Doesn't matter who you are or where we are. I will think I'm better than you until I say that to myself in my head, until I name it. And that's an issue. That's an issue. It's pride. And it's that pride, which is why I was really afraid of starting over at 0 subscribers. I put in a lot of work, years of work, learning, trying, succeeding, and way more failure than successes. So for there to be the number 0 next to my name on a thing I'm going to inevitably take a lot of pride in, I was scared of that, and I had to name it. I'm naming it.
We interrupt this program to bring you a poem.
Belongings burp out into the moving truck, and fuck my panorama. My people places pivot towards the past in sweeping gestures. The hands of time tied to a twin bed due for a growth spurt. It's a juicy heart, this soft but still sweet blueberry of a season. I'm getting better at letting things go. All it has cost is recalling what I've lost.
Starting over is scary. And I think the scariest thing about it is not necessarily, not having a lot of subscribers while, thinking I'm worth more. I think the scariest thing is that this might be yet another thing I attempt in a long line of things I've attempted that I believe I didn't finish, that I believe I never followed through on. There's a lot of fear in that. Whether it was writing a book, several books. I got like 3 drafts of first drafts of novels. And once there was the resistance, which was the editing process, it stopped. Then for a while it was stand-up comedy. And I'm more and more comfortable talking about that in a past tense kind of way. Even though I'm not going to quit, I'm just re-examining my relationship to it. There's still a lot of value in that space and that artistic expression. Namely, like the instant feedback, but also the community and the places you can go with words and the expectations are, this is a joke. It's a beautiful thing. But I am being pulled in this direction. I did my second listen. I listened right when it first came out, but Andre 3000's Flute album. And the first track, I'm not sure in this moment what's the title track, I can't remember right now in this moment what the first track is called, but it's something along the lines of I really meant to make a rap album, but this is just literally where the wind blew me this time, something like that. And this is where the wind's blowing me. I swear I really intended to make a career out of comedy and have it look that way, but it's not gonna just be that. I always said when I started that I'm doing stand-up because it was the easiest way that I could get into a writer's room. That I thought, I thought that would be the easiest way to showcase my talent in that space and get into a writer's room and then start writing and creating TV shows with others. And I think it's still that, but I'm going to be in a different relationship to the writer's room, and that's bringing their ideas to life. I really like helping others make their ideas come to life.
All right, look, we need to figure out how to use this, but the 3D pens are really what's going in. So yeah, we're in the process of building it. But
What's the 3D pens?
oh, the 3D pens are pretty dope. Yeah. And so I want to start incorporating this into workshops and tabling, where you just feed it through. To the mocatentes. When you turn it on, it'll come out the other end, and then you just create what you want to craft.
Turn on some baby face, just for your lady's sake. You call them baby cakes. Know how to mac.
One of them is Comedians on the Fly with Elon Stribling, making his show with him as, you know, behind the scenes, behind the camera. Same with Comedians Talk Art with Sammy Anzer.
I'm Sammy Anzer, this is Comedians Talk Art. Today, we're learning about Impressionism. Trying to make a good first impressionism.
That's what I always love about these paintings too, is like, it's just a beautiful kind of scene, and you're like, what beautiful title have they made for this? And it's like, woman on grass sitting.
Woman with dog.
Women with grass stains on ass.
But also, you probably did like 10,000 visuals.
Yeah.
Like, you really, the first one you want to name, and the 10,000
Yeah.
Woman,
Woman
grass,
bitch on grass. Sitting bitch. You know, this is what I know from Impressionists, is that they were rock stars when they came to the scene. They were like this vanguard movement that blew everyone's mind and became popular. Like, they were like, imagine as a comic, you had one style that was accepted, like set a punch, and then you came up and you were like Andy Kaufman in. You're just playing bongos or whatever. That's the level they were doing. It was like, they were just breaking every rule, and everyone was like, what the f are y'all doing?
The Comic Sense brand or comedy show, and a few other people that I just help. I really like it. I really like it. And this is where I think, this is for me. This is for me. And there's fear in that, naming something that I'm doing for me. Even though it always is, there's just fear in like a healthy pride. That's the flip side of it. And in this moment, I think I should name that I believe I'm rambling and I'm not making a succinct point. And do I need to? I don't know. Can this just be a little all over the place and engaging still? I don't know. I know I don't want to script something out. And like, this is the act of journaling right now. This is the act of just talking to the camp. Just talking out loud is the closest, the closest I ever get to really naming what's on my mind. And sure, that's the whole theory behind therapy, but it's different when you apply it to creativity in a content kind of way. I hope I've earned your trust to get here, but I don't know. I don't know what it looks like to create content in an original fashion, yet also drawing upon other influences like other photography videos I like, or video essayists week after week. I don't know what that looks like. And there's fear in that too, because there's a lot of other work I have to do for others, which I love, but that's what pays the bills. I can't do this full time. I'm really lucky I get to, do artistic endeavors in, a way that pays my bills. Very lucky. It's also stifling. It is both things. I've got a lot of things I got on my plate right now that I really want to get done. But I really want to commit to like putting one of these out every Tuesday, or at least every week. So far it's Tuesday because that's when the first video came out. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep going for it because it is a beautiful path. I'm finally getting back to writing every morning. Back then it was, I used to write "Life is beautiful" because I think I was using the last phrase of every journal entry as like wishful thinking in a way. It was the way I wanted to live life. I wanted my life to be beautiful. And it became beautiful. It is beautiful. And now in this like restart of the journaling and the routine, I've been writing "Living Beautifully" because I've strayed from that. I've fallen into burnout habits and chasing the now, whatever's now, and losing sight of the long term, the big picture. And that's not living beautifully. There are beautiful moments, but trying to get my life back in a way that's first and foremost serving me, the artist in me. Maybe that's all this video, this YouTube channel, this vlog will be. Some photography, some videography, and learning how to, once again, I don't know, it's not where I intended to go with the script, but once I started talking, I'm like, oh, I don't have any other plans. I don't know what else I'm going to say, but I said that. Thanks for watching. Subscribing really helps.